it easy, play it cool. He's just a rock star, no big deal.
Liam Gallagher, I'm so happy to be asking you 73 questions. I've waited for this for a long time. Let's get into this. So, how are you these days?
I'm good, very good.
All right. What's currently on your mind?
Ooh, Manchester City.
Yeah, you're a City supporter. I'm glad we're doing this in Hampstead, Heath. It's a change of scenery for the series. You run here a lot, right?
Yeah, I haven't run on here for a bit though, because I've been touring. But yeah, I like to run on here when I can.
Do you run for distance or for speed?
A distance.
If you couldn't be Liam Gallagher, who would you want to be?
John Lennon.
Out of every film that you've ever seen in your entire life, what's your favorite?
Quadrophenia.
Do you have any irrational fears like snakes, airplanes, clowns, that type of thing?
Mice.
What's the best present anyone ever gave you?
My brother bought me a John Lennon necklace that he wore when he met the Maharishi. And that was the nicest thing he ever done for me.
Do you have any kind of motto or mantra that you live by?
Live in the now. Forget, don't worry about tomorrow.
Okay, what's a topic you could spend hours upon hours talking to me about?
Ooh, the Beatles.
If I found you at a pub, what would you be drinking?
All of them. I like them all. Lager, Guinness.
And how do you prepare your tea?
I like it with milk and no sugar.
What would you say is your spirit animal?
Dolphin.
Now, you weren't always into music, but how did it bloom for you?
I got into music when I was about 18. I know there's a lot of people that get in it when they're 2 and that, but I was into football until I was about 18, so I was a late comer.
Now, what are your favorite lyrics of any song ever?
I need to be myself, I can't be no one else. Feeling supersonic, give me gin and tonic.
And can you rank your favorite Beatles records from least to most favorite?
No, I can't. I love them all.
What are your top 5 favorite Oasis songs?
Live Forever, Supersonic, Cast No Shadow.
Good one so far.
What else is there? I need one more, don't I?
One more.
Wonderwall.
All right, there you go. Now, a couple years back, you said you owned 2,000 tambourines. Do you still have them?
Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
No.
Pretty sure you did.
No, I don't own 2,000 tambourines. Not anymore. Because I tend to give them away and that to the beautiful people.
Where did that rumor come from?
I don't know.
All right. Now, if you could form a supergroup with anybody from the history of music, and you're the singer, who else is in the band?
Right. Keith Moon on drums, Jimi Hendrix on guitar, and Paul McCartney on bass.
What audience do you want to play?
Pardon?
What audience would you play?
What audience would I play?
Yeah, what venue?
Ooh, I don't, Main Road. No, not Main Road, because it's not right there. Anywhere that'll have us.
Liam, what would you say is the single hardest part of the rock and roll lifestyle?
The hardest part is staying true to yourself and keeping it real.
Right. Is there anyone today you say is a true living rock star?
Me.
Wasn't expecting anything less.
Exactly.
And of these living rock stars, who got old and stayed cool?
Neil Young.
How do you think you've changed rock and roll?
How do I think I've changed rock and roll? I just do exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, but would you say that rock and roll still exists?
Yeah, it does while I'm still here, yeah.
What do you like and dislike about music today?
What do I like, dislike about it? No, I like music, man. I don't dislike. Right. I don't dislike it.
What's your favorite part of performing on stage?
Favorite part performing on stage is seeing the people and making them bounce.
And when you're standing on stage, you have such an iconic stance. How did that come about?
Well, I never wanted to be Mick Jagger, and I'm not into dancing. It's not my scene and that, so I just think, you just stand like that and you get a bit more power behind the vocals.
What's the most underrated band of the 90s?
Oasis.
How about the most overrated band?
Blur.
What was your favorite thing about the 90s?
Oh, the favourite thing about the 90s, I reckon there was no camera phones and people were just living in the moment.
Do you miss that?
Yeah.
What was your least favorite thing about the 90s?
The least favourite thing about the 90s? I don't have a least favourite thing about the 90s. The 90s were beautiful.
All right, can't have this interview without asking, What's the best party you've ever been to in your life?
Best party I've ever been to?
Oh, you've seen some parties.
I can't really think of the best one, really. I've been to quite a few and that. But,
There's got to be one, right?
there has, I guess, but I can't think of one on the top of my head.
That's okay. But do you have any hangover remedies?
Oh, straight back to the pub. No messing about, lager.
Yeah, hair of the dog.
Don't sit and dwell about on hangovers, just go straight back again. And it'll work itself out.
It's been a few years since the 90s. Things are different. What's a wild night out for you these days?
Oh, I don't have wild nights out these days. I have wild nights in.
If you were forced to sing one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be?
Live forever.
What would you say is the best lesson that your mother taught you?
To be myself and not give a what people think.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned from being a father?
Being a father, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Can you tell me something that your kids do better than you?
Digest their food better than me.
Now, there's been a resurgence in Oasis fans over the past few years. What's it been like to see a new generation discovering your music?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. We're very lucky to be alive and still witnessing the youth at our gigs. Like, there's a lot of people that pass away and they never get to experience that.
In the 18 years that Oasis were together, what specific moment makes you the most emotional?
I just think getting a record deal, you know, as boring as that kind of can sound, and like we've done like Nebworth and Main Road and all that, I think getting a record deal and going into the studio and developing the songs, and that was the most important thing for me.
Yeah, no, for sure. What's your guilty pleasure?
Ooh, guilty pleasure. Blur.
Has anyone ever left you feeling completely starstruck?
Yeah, Ringo Starr.
Ringo? I can see that. Seems like a pretty good guy to hang out with, right?
Yeah, he's a dude. He's my favourite.
When you're getting ready for a show, what's your pre-stage ritual?
Pre-stage ritual. I drink a lot of honey and lemon and apple cider vinegar.
That actually sounds pleasant.
Liam, heads up!
Obvious fan placement.
Come on.
Wonderful display of footwork.
Nice.
Who's the most rock and roll player at Manchester City and why?
Well, it used to be Mike Summerby in the 60s and the 70s because he never wore shin pads and that. He rolled his socks down and he got stuck in. But these days, who would I say it is now? Well, maybe Sergio Aguero.
All right. Who'd you like to see relegated from the Premier League?
United. Manchester United.
Okay. Who would you rather be stuck on a desert island with, Mohamed Salah or Alexis Sanchez?
Who?
Mohamed Salah or Alexis Sanchez?
Oh, God. Alexis Sanchez.
Now, I heard that Danny Boyle just found someone to play you in a movie. Who's someone that you would have not minded to play you?
Who would I not mind playing me?
Yep.
I'm easy, man.
Yeah?
I've only got the haircut right and the chat and that. I'm cool with anyone.
Bigger question, who do you think should play Noel in the movie?
Oh, the little fella out of Ant and Dec. Is it Dec?
Yeah, that's Deck. Is there a topic you wish people would stop asking you about?
Yeah, are you hot in that parka? I am hot in it. Shit hot.
Oh, we got some dogs. Liam, would you consider yourself a dog person?
I am, yeah.
What rules do you try to follow the best you can to keep everything in check?
Just my voice, like when it tells me to go to bed, it's loud and that. Like years ago, it used to be very quiet. I know when I go to bed these days.
Right. How'd you describe your personal style?
Big and baggy and authentic.
How do you think it's evolved over the past few decades?
It hasn't evolved. It's still the same, keeping it real.
Who was or is your style icon?
George Allison was cool. Paul Weller's cool. Stone Roses always dressed cool. And the Happy Mondays.
What's a wardrobe staple every man should own?
A parka, without a doubt.
You've had a lot of experiences in your life. What would you say is the most incredible thing that you've ever seen?
Manchester City winning the league.
What's the last show that you binge watched?
The last what?
Last show that you binge watched?
I binge what? I watched some. I don't know the name of it. I watched it on Netflix the other day. I think about this some lady who had an affair with two inmates. Can't remember the name. Find out for you.
Get back to me on that one. What's your most overused phrase?
Ooh, overused phrase. Mad for it.
If you could resurrect one person from history and put them in the world today, who would it be?
John Lennon,
Why?
because he's the main man.
Liam, can I ask you, what makes you happy?
Makes me happy. Early mornings make me happy, and my children, and being alive.
When was the last time that you cried?
Oh, the other day,
What made you cry?
I stubbed my toe on a coffee table.
Looking back on your life, is there anything that you would have done differently?
No, never. Everything happens for a reason.
Is there anything you regret saying?
Mad for it probably about 9 million times.
How do you handle regret in general?
I don't regret much.
What would you say is your greatest talent?
Singing.
And where do you see yourself precisely 10 years from now?
Oh, that's,
No?
I don't know.
Liam, that's question number 72. And now for the final question, question number 73. How do you feel about ending this interview with some word associations?
Yeah, why not?
Here we go. Number 1, Keanu Reeves.
Ooh. Tall, dark, and handsome.
SpongeBob.
Legend.
Farmers markets.
Good for the soul.
Skinny jeans.
Terrible.
And this interview.
Half decent.
That's a wrap.
Is that it?
That's it.
Hard work, man.
Dude, we did it. We did it.